Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce the players. If you haven't been tuning in already, this is for the NASL Season 3 spot. So whoever wins this particular best of 3, where Delphi is up 1-0, will advance on into the NASL Season Finals.
Stephano said, I forgot Hydra range. That must be pretty annoying as a player.
So we do have Stephano in the top left-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner, we have alternate attack Delphi. And he consistently goes for this canceled extractor.
Yep. Well, Stephano. He is not bashful at all. Actually, in his interview today, after he beat Bling in the quarterfinals at the LAN in Paris, they asked him, who do you want to play in the finals? Like, assuming you make it to the finals. And he said, I want to play Grubby because he's an easy win.
Ouch.
Stephano is not bashful at all. I like it, though.
It's no shame, man. You just go.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's good and he knows it. Or, you know, he's sexy and he knows it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. So Drone Scout coming out here by Stephano. He's just going to be annoying. Stop this 15 hatch from actually going up. This is so frustrating because Stephano, of course, we can see on the mini-map is looking to do the same thing, but he's going to get...
oh, my gosh.
No.
Delphi almost killed the drone of Stephano, and if he can actually take it down, that would be huge. But
actually, both these players are in the same situation. That's kind of hilarious.
It would be funny if they're like almost dead drones meet in the middle of the map and like kill each other or something. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, but that would be neat.
Faux show. You can see that spawning pool and extractor go down at the same time.
Yep. For
Delphi, and Stephano's just gonna react to it, put down his gas after the spawning pool goes down, but he got his spawning pool out a little bit earlier. The drones almost met up and started blasting away at each other, but Stephano's going to disengage and just go home.
Yeah, and again, both players are pretty much opening the exact same way as they did in Game 1. So we are going to have to see if the game will develop in the same way. You know, Delphi played Game 1 very, very well, as did Stephano, actually. You know, both players. I'm actually super impressed with Delphi this entire tournament. He is a really, really good player. And I feel like he's just improved so much over the past couple months. And, you know, I would be very surprised if we did not see more of Delphi in tournaments throughout 2012. I think by the end of the year, he'll be considered as one of Europe's best Zergs. And because I know he's been under the radar quite a bit lately. I mean, he is on ATN with, you know, Dark Force and Sock and Cloud. And those guys are really kind of the big three of the team, and Delphi kind of doesn't get as much attention, but if he keeps playing like this and he keeps performing this well in tournaments, we will know his name.
Delphi's going to set up for an all-in, it looks like. He's hiding a lot of Zerglings over here. Now, if Stephano's actually able to get into his opponent's base and see exactly what's going on, he'll be able to see, oh, your drone count is significantly smaller than it should be. And here we go, these Zerglings will make their way over. And how is Delphi actually going to stop him from seeing? Yes, he will see the Zerglings.
Yep.
So Delphi is going to have to go now. He has no choice. And he wanted to wait off until he got a lot more Zerglings and surprise his opponent, but no. And from here, he's actually going to transition to drones. So he has drones coming on the way. But unfortunate for Delphi, this could have been a much bigger shock for his opponent than it is now.
Yeah, and again, this just shows Delphi is such a good player. But
well, Stephano, it probably shows.
I mean,
Stephano's,
I guess my point is that it's not as surprising because we all know Stephano is a really, really good player. But Delphi, I think, you know, at least me personally, I'm very surprised at this play throughout.
Well, this is all wasted investment right now because these Zerglings, yes, they have metabolic boost, but look at that. Baneling's on the way. There's that one spine crawler. Of course, he has the defensive queen, so Stephano's looking fine. He doesn't have to worry at all.
Nope.
And if we look at the income tab, we should see...
Oh, wow. Nice surround there by Stephano, and Delphi's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, God.
And, okay, so he did get out with a pretty good number of those Zerglings, but again, everything he did got sniffed out by Stephano, and now Stephano is definitely in the driver's seat in this game.
Yes, he should actually push onto his opponent's base and just start forcing a lot more Zerglings coming out, and that's when Stephano actually takes a big drone lead. That's where he can, at least.
Which is what he's doing, actually. He's taking a third base, even. And that's very ballsy. Usually
Holy
you see that third command, the third hatchery as a macro hatch or something like that. But Stephano kind of, he feels very confident in the position that he's in right now. And oh my god, he's going to get surrounded on this queen by Delphi. And that was a pretty big blunder by Delphi, losing the, oh wow, okay.
Ooh,
so
losing a Baneling
Stephano
as well. Almost
lost a bunch of Banelings there. It kind of mitigated losing that queen. But
kind of weird that he actually exploded on the Baneling. You need 2 Banelings to kill an opposing Baneling, so normally you go in packs of 2, but he's only going in packs of 1. And oh god!
Well, oh, nice trade there by Delphi. Took down 3 of Stephano's Banelings.
So that was incorrect from Stephano, and Stephano needs to back up at this point, but he might actually go in for a scout, and this could be terrible. Oh, he actually squeezes into the main.
Without
now
losing anything.
Yeah, exactly what his opponent was capable of. He sees the Roach Warren coming up here, and now he's going to take out some drones while he can, while he's still alive, as the Banelings get closer and closer to those Zerglings. He also sees the timing of the second gas, so helps out so much. What Stephano should be doing here, he sees no early lair, so he knows his opponent is capable of some sort of all-in. All he should do is start making units, and that's it. Let his third hatchery actually be of use, and as soon as he gets that army advantage, he can go ahead and get additional drones.
Yeah, and that's actually exactly what you see Stephano doing. 11 roaches in production right now, +1 missile attacks are being researched, and the third base is done, but you know, he's not droning up, he's just using it to make an additional queen, he's using it to make roaches, he's moving his spine crawler over, and Stephano looks like he's going to be super safe against this attack from Delphi. Lots of Zerglings though, and a couple of roaches from Delphi streaming across the map. So we're going to have to see how Stephano can hold this. Oh my god, he might be catching these roaches a little bit out of position. And here we go. Here's the engagement, and Stephano is actually losing quite a bit of units here.
Oh, actually, the Zerglings go down relatively quickly here, and additional units should be rallied on over. Let's go ahead and see. It looks like 4 Zerglings, 3 roaches. So Stephano needs another. No, I guess it's not a miracle
Delphi
defense.
Nope. It was just a good defense, and Delphi is now being pushed back. He is going to be losing his roaches because Stephano does have his speedlings as well. And Delphi is turning around. He's just going to fight this out to the better end, but I think Stephano has a lot more production. He does have that third hatchery. He has 3 queens too, so his production is going to be a lot more. So even if Delphi wins this engagement, he's not going to be able to reinforce his troops as well as Stephano is, especially because we're fighting on Stephano's turf.
Yes.
Delphi is doing a great job, but Stephano is holding this very, very nicely.
Yeah, I mean, this amount of roaches really can't do that much. And you see the micro from Stephano is superb. He's microing back the weakened roaches, and that way he can keep that going. So they're going to continue on. Zerglings are going to stream in here. You can see that third base is up and running. We don't actually have optimal saturation in all these bases, but Stephano looks to be holding this off with that larva advantage. And as you said, fighting on his turf, he has the defensive position. He doesn't have that much space to actually rally all of his units to, so Stephano should be able to hold this off, even though he doesn't even have a metabolic boost. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, so it's just... Yeah, it just finished up, so now Stephano is okay. And again, Delphi is forced to retreat now, and he committed so much to that attack.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the income tab actually really quickly. 44 harvests to 32, so you can see that's going to snowball Stephano into even a bigger advantage. You see so many Zerglings out for Delphi. And does Stephano actually go for this attack? He actually might go for an attack.
I think he's going to wait for one more round of units. You can see 16 Zerglings and 6 roaches in production. I think once those units come down, he's going to move out because he has such a huge production advantage. Delphi is still at 2 hatcheries. He's down in economy, he's down in hatcheries, so he's just not going to be able to produce nearly as much as Stephano is. And Stephano's supply is going to balloon in just about a minute. He's probably, once he gets another round of overlords up, he's probably going to jump up to like 140 supply. And Delphi is just cannot compete with that kind of production.
Yeah, sweet Jesus, he has a lot of units.
Yeah, if we look at the army tab, he's got 1,000 more minerals left put into his army than Delphi does. And again, this just goes to show that that third hatchery is absolutely critical.
Yeah, we'll see if this does the trick, as the supplies aren't that similar, or aren't that different, rather. But you can see the spine crawlers are doing massive damage. Now finally the Zerglings are going to swing through. Can he actually get any Baneling connects?
It looks like Delphi is holding this off very well because the Banelings are going to explode against the roaches. Oh no, that was a little bit...
Oh, wow. A lot of great trades. Actually favoring, I want to say Delphi.
Like, yeah, I think it's favoring Delphi. actually. But again,
look at those supplies. That supply difference is still massive. 1,400 in Army to 500. And it looks like Delphi is not going to be able to hold this. So Stephano's reinforcements actually bring it home. The drones are going to be pulled offline. That's going to add even more of disparity in that income. Income tab showing 43 harvests to 33. So a 10, or you can say a 25% advantage for Stephano. It's not accurate, but
so Delphi lives to fight another day. But if you look at the middle of the map, you can just see a line of pink coming across the map, and you can see Stephano has a 4th hatchery that just completed. So again, his production again is just going to be off the hook. And 34 Zerglings now in production. So all Stephano has to do is basically rally his units over to Delphi's natural expansion, and there's just no way he'll eventually be able to win just through sheer attrition.
Yeah, he can keep doing this forever until this main actually mines out, which doesn't actually have a lot of drones on it. Does not add optimal saturation, which is 16. You want 16 on that mineral line, but this is going to do it because I think Delphi will be able to finally hold. But look at that supply. It looks like just when I say he's holding, Stephano is able to amass a gigantic army, and all of a sudden, ooh, the banelings need to be careful.
Nice baneling hit by Delphi, but again, just 4 hatcheries versus 2 hatcheries of production. Stephano is literally just building units and rallying across the map, and Delphi is going to continue to hold, but not for much longer. I can't imagine he can hold off more than one more wave of this from Stephano before he gets completely overrun. Stephano is now doubling Delphi in supply, and he's actually going to sneak a bunch of Zerglings into the main base of Delphi, and there's actually no queen here in the main, so Delphi's main is completely exposed. And meanwhile, the natural expansion, Delphi's still holding on to the attack. Actually, Delphi has no more queens left.
Yeah, you can see the queens actually affected him quite a bit. He wasn't able to actually larva inject. There it is. Well played comes out from Delphi. We have ourselves a rubber match now in our game number 3. So they are tied up 1-1. That was very impressive. Hold by Stephano. A good hold by Delphi, but eventually he was not able to turn the tides.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, really good play by both players even. So let's take a quick break. Let's go into game 3 and see what happens.
So Stephano versus Delphi, game number 3, the last game of today. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.